The King and Queen Consort arrived in Berlin today for the start of a three-day tour in Germany, their first state visit since the death of the late Queen Elizabeth II. But while the King dutifully met Germany's president at the Brandenburg Gate, a national symbol of peace and unity, there's little of that coming from his treacherous son, Prince Harry. Currently in London for yet another battle with British media, the Duke of Sussex has accused the royal family of withholding information from him about phone hacking, because they didn't want him to bring a legal claim against the press. Following this predictable attack from Harry, the King will surely be feeling vindicated that he snubbed meeting his son, before flying to Germany. He said he was too busy, and I very much support that. I'm delighted to be joined now by Prince Harry's biographer, Angela Levin. Angela, this is all so craven now, isn't it? Harry said he was far too scared for his security to come to the UK to be at the coronation, but he's prepared to turn up
in a taxi.
In a taxi for a legal hearing that he doesn't even need to be at.
Yes. The big question is, why is he really here?
Why do you think?
I can't believe it is to give support to the other celebrities that is in there. It's a nonsense. I think the first thing is that he wants to beat his father. This was going to be the first few days that he was in France, and it's his first outing abroad after becoming king. Very, very important, should be respected. And he's come there because he knew he would make the front page.
So he's stealing the headlines.
He's stealing the headlines,
which he did used to do, didn't he?
But also saying, I'm the one on the front page, I should be ruling, because he's got a very weird feeling now that he should be running the royal family. He needs to fix it, he says. But that's not on.
So
the other one,
Harry,
I've got another one.
And I'll come to that in one second. just quickly to pick up on that point. Do you think Harry believes that he should be king?
I think he does, yes. I think he wants to crash this monarchy and take over with Meghan. But that means Meghan will be in charge. Hallelujah.
Sorry, I interrupted. What was your other?
The other one is that Meghan has sent him over because he wouldn't do anything that she didn't agree to see whether he would be allowed back in America because of the drugs. And if he wasn't, well, something else might happen. But it's a test run, I think.
Before the coronation.
To see that, yes, whether he can do that. And the third thing is that he needs to feel that he's worth and that he's strong and that this country needs him. I mean, he said a few quotes that were just extraordinary, like, I love this country, but because of the criminal associated newspapers which bring out the Mail and the Mail on Sunday, I fear that it will collapse, it will be crushed,
The guy's become a conspiracy theorist, hasn't he? I mean, this is properly nuts.
Yes, it is nuts, because if he loved the country, why did he say he didn't like it and go to America? I mean, he's very, very muddled. Everything about him is contradictory. Like you said at the beginning, that he doesn't... he wants a huge amount of safety, but comes in an ordinary taxi. And he looked so smug. Did you see the pictures of him walking into the law courts? He looks so smug because he's doing...
And by the way, look at this, Angela, look at this. Don't you find it ironic? Harry was slagging off his brother, Prince William, for his baldness in the autobiography Spare. And I'm just saying, perhaps that was a silly thing to do?
Yes.
Looking at those images?
He's lost lot of his hair quite recently, hasn't he?
Which I have sympathy for.
Yes, I think it's very difficult for men to do that.
As a man of William's age. But I just thought... Harry was the one that had a go at William for losing his hair.
Yes, but he was awful because he said, now he's lost all his hair, I'm pleased to see that he looks far less than my mother. My mother, not our mother. And what a cruel thing to say to somebody.
I describe that as God's punishment. He's lost a lot of hair.
It's gone a lot.
The other thing is, Angela, we have to point out that Associated deny all of these claims. One of the private investigators that Harry's team are relying on has recanted all of his evidence. So, look, I don't want to prejudge anything, but the point is this case seems to be falling apart anyway. Harry seems to have a weird obsession with the British press. Why does he not just go and live his life happily in the US like he said he wanted to? Instead, he's obsessed with destroying the free press in Great Britain. It is totally bizarre.
This is one of his aims, huge aims. And he said before that, you know, one of my duties, I mean, he does it as if he's the only person who can do something, is to wipe out this, the press that actually are so criminal. But it's not his business.
They're not criminal. They just write stories about him that he doesn't like.
Yeah, well, exactly. It's free speech, and it's got nothing to do with him. He's really almost not a citizen of the UK anymore. He's living over there. What is he doing messing around with us? It's just not his business.
And also, by the way, you know, famous people, famous and powerful people trying to control the media is nothing new. And all of the lefties who love Harry, they should actually start realising what his real aims are here. It is too new to the British media. That is terrifying in a democracy. Look, we obviously respect the British royal family, but they are a public institution. They have to be held to account by journalists. And Harry has to be held to account by journalists as well. Yes. Angela, just a word about King Charles, because I actually thought it was very brave of the monarch to say to Harry, you know what, I've had enough. I'm too busy.
Well, he can't have seen him. It would have been the most terrible error, because whatever he would have said to Harry, other than, you know, what a shame it's raining, he would have kept to sell. And he can't afford to do that. And if it started with asking for one apology, he would sit there running through a host of apologies that he wants in great detail. And particularly he wants an apology for Meghan, which most of us can't understand, actually, because she was so welcomed.
I can't understand it for a single second. Let me be honest with you, Angela. She should be apologising to Charles and William. Meghan owes the royal family an apology, not the other way around.
Yes.
And she actually owes the people of Britain an apology too. Because
She
you know
does.
what? She's claimed that we're all racist, when actually we loved having her as part of our royal family. We celebrated her. And I think it's absolutely unforgivable, by the way, that she allowed both Prince Philip and the late Queen Elizabeth II to die while she spread around this nasty rumour that the royal family was racist, which Prince Harry had since had to walk back. So actually, if anyone should be apologising, it's Meghan. To us, to Charles, to William, to Kate.
Yeah, but she should also apologise, because she did say that it was racist, and she left this hanging over for over a year, which upset the senior royals
and also
enormously,
within that time,
because
Philip
they're
died
not.
And the Queen died.
Yes, exactly.
You know, and
the Queen would have been heartbroken by that.
And you know who else should apologise? Oprah Winfrey too. She should apologise for her bad journalism, because she didn't properly question.
No, it was a conversation. It wasn't an interview. You know as much as I do that if you're interviewing someone, you sort of ask several questions in the same sphere to get the full truth. But if you just hear that and go, oh, like that, you know, that's not being a journalism. It was a PR job.
And, you know, if you're interviewed by your best mate, that's going to happen. Look, fascinating stuff. Angela Levin, we will speak to you next week.